All right, we've got reporters at both the McAuliffe and the Youngkin headquarters, but we begin with Bruce Leshan. He is with the McAuliffe campaign in McLean and with Senator Warner.
Yeah, super excited to have Senator Mark Warner, Democrat of Virginia, joining us. I mean, this guy's a hotshot campaigner. He won his last race in 2020.
By about 12 points.
By almost 12 points.
Almost 600,000 vote margin. And I'd remind all the viewers, don't jump to any conclusions. At this point, a year ago, I was still behind in the vote. Because in Virginia, we've got a screwy system about when people report and do we get the early vote in. Northern Virginia is notoriously slow. So we've got a lot more vote counting to do.
Yeah, but not to rain on your parade. This time, a lot of the early votes are coming in early, and we're getting those results, almost as soon as the polls close, although Fairfax County is still kind of held up. And you would expect that most of those early votes would lean Democratic.
Right, Democratic.
This is really a nail-biter. Are you concerned that what has been going on up on Capitol Hill has hurt Terry McAuliffe's campaign? You've struggled to pass this infrastructure, this bipartisan deal that you, of course, were part of because you often reach across the aisle. And then the social spending bill as well being held up. Wouldn't that have been a big boost to Terry McAuliffe if he could have gotten those done?
It's been no shock to anyone that I've been saying for the president, for Terry McAuliffe, for the country, making a once-in-50-year investment in transportation, in water and sewer, in broadband, in resiliency, in making our grid smarter, that made sense. We should have passed it in September. It will get passed. It'll probably get passed this week by the House. The sausage making has been pretty ugly. I'll be the first to acknowledge that. But when we take on the second part of the president's agenda, which is about providing child care, making sure we've got universal preschool so more people can get back to work, particularly women workers, when we can look at bringing down the price of prescription drugs. I mean, I got a daughter who's a type 1 diabetic. I can afford her insulin. But if you've seen insulin prices double, triple, quadruple, this insulin's been around for 100 years. This bill will limit insulin costs to $35 a month. And the president's just coming back from Glasgow on climate change, the issue of our time, and this bill makes record investments in incenting people to move to a cleaner energy future. So I think there's a lot there. Has it taken longer than I would have liked? Should we have passed the infrastructure bill first? Absolutely. But the sausage making, once it's done, people will judge this president and the Democrats on what they've got done and how they affect people's lives.
There's been a lot of talk about energy on the right. And people, the Republicans have really gotten fired up in this election. These issues about schools, about safety, about questions about how much influence parents should have in schools have completely fired up the right. And the left has been struggling, Democrats, with the sense that some of voters told me, I voted for Joe Biden. I expected to see some money in my pocket. I'm not seeing it. We're still struggling with the pandemic. Gas prices are going up. Grocery prices are going up. Does it really make a difference if I go out and vote? Why is there that difference between?
Well, I guess one of the things I'd say is, in the March bill that only passed with Democrats, virtually every American got a $1,200 check. Now, that was this March. It's now November. On the question of the response of the Delta variant going up, gosh, if everybody had gotten vaccinated, we wouldn't have had the level of COVID spread. So has it been a challenging time? Absolutely. But that's what you get hired into these jobs to do, to try to sort through a way. And I think this president is still working his heart out. I think he's reasserting American leadership on the international stage. I think he's done that with the international meetings with other nations and the climate change issue. And we've got a host of other issues we've got to take on. Competitiveness with China, making sure we get the supply chain in shape. Again, we've passed legislation that would make investments in American semiconductor facilities. The House ought to go ahead and pass it. These are bipartisan things that are for our country.
Senator, thank you so much for joining us. Great to see you. It's going to be a long night. Let's take it back to you guys.